Like testng.xml is a file, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a file, right? I mean, wherein we have added couple of test cases in the last class you have seen, right? So,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
but this suit creation, we have
Yeah.
created this. So you can create suit with any name, and you just need to uh, you just need to give that suit name here,
Okay.
testng.xml like that. So it will
Okay.
it will uh, this test will go to pom.xml. It will read the configuration. It will run whatever files you have mentioned there.
Okay.
You can even mention multiple files as well in the here. Like you can mention one more file as well if you have anything else. I mean, if you want to, sorry, if you want to hard code, you can simply hard code as well by mentioning a couple of files as well. Okay, like
Okay. So okay.
testng.xml,
Okay.
smoke.xml,
Mm-hmm.
like that. If you want to, or else you want to you give it from the command line, you can give it as well. Like now you have to say like 1 second. Oh, here I have missed the syntax. Okay, now you have to separate again hyphen d XML file
Okay.
file
For
to
each test suite, you have to give it here.
yeah, you can. I mean, you want to parameterize. You can otherwise you can hard code as well.
Okay.
Okay, like this. If you have any groups, like you some groups like login test, sign up test, something like that, right? So okay,
Okay.
like this you can do. You understood, right? This one.
Yeah. There is it under the POM file?
You understood, right?
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is fine. The other
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
the POM XML. Yeah.
Huh. So hyphen D browser, Safari hyphen D headless true. So what does this? It means is actually you can pass some data directly from the CI/CD to your code. Okay, so how you can do that? So do you remember this one we did system.get property?
Yeah.
So this browser is what I'm telling. I'm passing the browser variable from here. Hyphen D browser is Safari like that.
Uh, this you are on the API. Whatever you're showing, is it the POM file, right? The previous one.
Previous one is a POM file, but if you want to supply the code, supply to your code some parameters like
Mm-hmm.
this. See, last time we told like you can give the browser name from here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you still want to go one step ahead, and if you want to uh, give the browser name through terminal, I mean through like commands, you can give like
Mhm.
this.
Okay.
Okay, for that one you have to write code like this. Okay, and this piece of code like browser app.browser, you have to give it to your base test. Like here, you have to say like app.browser. Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, if the browser app.browser dot equals ignore case Chrome, then we are going to run in the Chrome like that. You understand?
So
This
we are
piece of
writing the
code,
driver management, right? Like this.
huh,
Still, you need to specify in the other screen.
there are two ways.
In
You can directly mention in the resources file. Otherwise, you can if you want to pass it from the terminal. Okay, during I mean in the to the remote machine, if you want to pass from the terminal, okay, then you can pass it directly there. By you have to write
okay.
code like this for that one. Okay, once you write, this is a key and this is a default value. By the way, here this is the
Hmm.
key. This is the
Okay.
default value. Okay, so now we are saying like we are just calling that one in here app.browser like that. Okay, app.browser, just that's all. Yeah, this is how you can call it simply. Okay, you can see here this is referring to this variable. Okay, by default it will have Chrome value. But in
Mm-hmm.
case uh, if you want to send some, if you want to override the default value, you can override like this by sending from the terminal in the runtime.
Okay. So now that we did the other way, there is no need to give here, right?
Yeah, if you don't want to pass parameters from here, you can hard code it
Okay. Oh,
from
either
that.
this or that. Okay.
Yeah. And finally, once we run our test cases, if you want to upload our artifacts in the sense like your test results and all, screenshots and
Hmm.
all, you have to use this command. You have to use this plugin called this one. Okay.
Okay.
And
So
you have to give the regular expression like if you have screenshots with star.png, you can upload those. So where it will upload to the, this is the tab. Okay. This is the place where it will run the code. Okay. I mean, this is a tab called the CI/CD tab. Okay, actions. Actions
mhm.
is nothing but where it will your GitHub action, your CI/CD will run. Okay, so you might ask like how it will run. As soon, I told you right here, as soon as someone pushes the code, it will automatically run. It's like an event. It will start listening to it. Whenever someone pushes the
Mhm.
code, it will run like that.
Mm.
Okay, so you
So
can
how will
see
you
here
push your tests from?
local. Yeah, that's a very big topic. That's what I'm about to say. That's why I in the last time I had told like GitHub is the one that everyone will be using in the real time. Okay.
Okay.
Um, I'm not sure if I can cover in one class, but yeah. So I'm just giving some explanation on CI/CD. We will talk about that one whatever time within whatever time we have. So you can see this is a folder it got downloaded. It will
Okay.
upload back
Hmm.
from the remote machine to here, our test
Okay.
screenshots or whatever.
Okay.
So here you can see this is the name. Screenshots is a name here. Okay. And screenshots is just a name. Screenshots is just a name here. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, we you gave that name there, right? Oh.
Yeah. And under which I have given the regular expression what all I want back. Okay.
Okay.
You can see screenshots is the name, and I told like get all these files from the project. Okay, and upload back. Likewise, you can give comma and you can upload other things like we'll get HTML files right when we generate report.
Hmm.
So that one those things also you can push back. You understand?
Okay.
I'm still exploring it. Nowadays, everyone is moving towards GitHub Actions. Like in the past, we used to use Jenkins a lot.
Hmm.
Okay, but now the Jenkins is like a pain. So
Yeah, you
how it
showed me
works
each
is,
and everything you have to specify.
uh, yeah, like let's say here, if you see here, we have not configured any remote machine
Hmm.
where we want to run our test cases. I mean, we didn't do any connection, right? We just mentioned, okay, I want Mac OS file. That's all I told. Okay, I want Mac OS latest machine. That's all I had told. But I didn't establish any. I didn't given any credentials or something licenses, anything like that, right? It is
Hmm.
automatically doing all these things.
Yeah.
But in case of Jenkins, you have to mention quite a lot of details like your machine details, where you want to run the test cases. You have to add lots of configurations there.
Okay. So
Okay.
here under uses, actions, they're all standard, right? Actions, checkout,
They are standard.
they're all standard terminology. Okay.
Likewise, we have quite this actions is common for any language.
Hmm.
I mean,
Okay.
checking out the code will remain same for any language,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Getting the code. This all it will do is
Yeah.
it will just get the code from the
Yeah.
GitHub.
To get
GitHub
the
means
code
nothing but
artifact.
here. GitHub means nothing but in your code tab. You see this code. You see this code tab, right?
Mm-hmm.
From this code type, it will get the code
Okay.
to that machine. Okay.
Okay.
So that way it will work. You got some idea, right? What's
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah.
We see with these things we won't do much. I mean, we don't do much with this CI/CD and all as a tester. Mostly it will be taken care by DevOps guys in your team, even in my
Okay.
team as well. Okay. But yeah, it's very good to have idea so that you can guide them. Okay, I need this, I need this, I need that. Like that we can say. Okay.
Okay.
So this one you clear. Okay. Here we can pass three values: Mac OS latest, Windows latest, and Ubuntu like that. Okay. We will have detailed documentation online, so you don't need to worry. And this one is like on. Remember on push to this branches. Whenever someone push the code to this master, whenever someone push the code in the sense like whenever someone updates the master folder, okay, or else whenever someone uh, creates a pull request means nothing, but it's also kind of push only. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like someone will approve and both the cases actually it's the same thing. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, so whenever someone pushes a code to the master, we are saying go and run this thing.
Okay.
Okay, so that I mean whenever someone pushes a code, that's where our code might
This
go.
push and pull request means from the dev team. It's
No,
not
no,
for the tester, right?
no, 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 no. For our branch only. Like, see, as a group, you and me working, I have written some false code. It might result in failure of test cases, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it means. So whenever someone updates the code, we're just making sure all the code working fine again.
Okay. Okay.
See, you can think. I mean, in case of dev, I mean, you might be thinking this way. If dev pushes some code to his branch, we want to
Mm-hmm.
run all the test cases. I mean, that way, that is like somewhat complex.
Okay.
Like you want to test their code. See, it's like a two different repos, right? We are maintaining our test code in one repo, and developers maintain their code in different repo.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, whatever we are
So
talking, this repo is only for the QA.
yeah, actually, there's something like that as well. Okay, so there's some events. I'm not fully into it, but yeah, you can still achieve that if you want to run your test cases. Run your test repository whenever someone pushes to the master branch of I mean stage or main branch or production branch or UAT branch of
Mm-hmm.
your development code. If you want to run your repo, you can still do that. I guess there is something called GitHub events. GitHub
Okay.
events. You can still do that. Okay, but
Okay.
that's a different topic. Uh, so you can write that events as well. Yeah, we can definitely do that, but I don't have much idea on it. I generally
Oh,
don't.
okay.
Okay, we have it's like where to learn it, all those things. Pull
Okay. Yeah.
request
That's
event. See here, pull request event. There are quite a lot of events which I'm not fully aware. It's a very big topic actually. This GitHub Actions also. If you want to learn
okay.
detail, it's a very good topic and good to know thing.
Yeah. We
Let's
can see
just
like how we want to get our tests into.
push event. Push format of watch event. Hmm. Maybe I will explore and I will let you know maybe in the future. I don't have much time on this one. But yeah, definitely there's this one, okay? So you can say
Okay.
like you have to add much more configuration here
Okay.
for that one. Okay. So
Okay.
on push to the development branch, you can simply execute all your test cases.
Okay.
Okay. So likewise we can do. In this case, we are directly telling like on push to our code. See, we also might break our code, right, when we write.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what we mean here. But yeah,
Okay.
then we can do it with GitHub events. Okay. So
Okay.
I explain you what is this. I explain you what is this, and I also told this is setting up JDK. These are all different actions. Okay, users you see nothing but actions. You can ask
Mm-hmm.
me from where you can get it. Okay, so if you see here, when I click edit here, you will see this marketplace actions here. Do you see this?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, when I press cursor and when I click this one, it will get added like that. Okay,
Okay.
you can let's say Node.js. I'm working on some Node.js. So you can say set up Node.js environment. Node.js is like just like how we use Java for Java files. Node.js is for JavaScript files. It's an engine. Java is an engine for Java classes, right? If we have Java, then only we can run our Java classes, right? Same
Mm-hmm.
thing. If we have Node.js, then only we can run JavaScript files like that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
when somebody building their code, when somebody like JavaScript guy or TypeScript guy, they want to run their code, they have to do this thing.
Okay.
Okay? So likewise, .NET also they will be having build .NET, something like that. Okay. For each thing, the .NET publish quite a lot of things. Okay, this is the marketplace. And this one I have not prepared actually. This one by default you will get it some plugin. I mean basic things by default.
Okay.
It will come up with some default. I have simply used it. Okay. Um, Actions. You can search here. You see, publish Java package with Maven. You see, these are different. By default, you will have something like this. Okay.
Okay.
By default they will give some configuration. Upon to that you can add much more configuration. Let me search like Java, Selenium. Java with Maven. This one you just need to click on configure. Okay.
Okay.
When you do that, you see it by default it given me some configuration. Do you see this?
Okay.
That's all. Now we have to know build with Maven. Generally, when we talk about when we talk about Java, we use Maven only.
Mm-hmm.
See, in the why we use Maven, why we need to use Maven? Because this is where
All the
the place
dependencies are there. Mm-hmm.
where we mention all our dependencies.
Mm-hmm.
So now what it will do, since that remote machine will have the internet, as soon as it downloads our projects, all these jar files which you see here will get
Mm-hmm.
downloaded automatically.
Okay.
You understood the purpose of Maven, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So here you have to give the command. That's all. That generally we use mvn clean test is the command, and we run our Maven file. You can also,
Okay.
if you have multiple Maven files, you can give the file name like this hyphen file different Maven file. I mean, if you have here we have pom.xml only one pom.xml. Likewise, if you have multiple, you can give those things. Okay.
Okay.
Generally, we don't do that. We only use one pom.xml. Clear, huh?
Yeah.
Clear, right?
Yeah.
How we
Understood
do?
now.
Yeah. That's all. Now you just once you prepare your file, like how I shown the other one,
Mm-hmm.
and once you do commit changes, that's all it will. Now your everything is ready. Your CI/CD is ready. As soon as you push to something to this master, as soon as you push to this branch, it will start building the code.
Okay.
Okay. Example, let's say if I want to run this code, okay, I will show you this code. This code is very simple code. All I have is, you can see one test here, okay. I have simple test here. Uh, Now you can see this config here, browser headless. Okay, this is a
Mm-hmm.
just config. And now let's say if I edit, like I'm just editing this file and I'm pushing it here itself. You can push it from here. I mean, you can make some changes directly here as well, but it's not recommended. I'm just adding one simple comment. Okay. Do you see? I'm clicking comment, commit changes directly, comment directly to the master branch. Now you see, if you go here actions, you see our build got triggered here.
Mm-hmm.
You
Okay.
so it started running entire code.
Okay.
It thinks like, okay, you made some change. Now I have to run all the repo. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
instructions we
Okay.
have in the CI/CD file, it will
Mm-hmm.
start running all those things.
Okay.
You see, it downloaded all the jar files. Do you see this? Downloading
Okay.
in the remote machine. We cannot see the remote machine. Okay, by the way,
So
it's
each time when it
all
runs, it'll download all the jar files.
yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah, it already ran my test. Okay, it already took the screenshot. Okay, simple things. I just written one dummy test. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I guess it's almost done. It's trying to upload back. Let's see, we got some error. Okay, we got some Selenium exception like no such frame.
Mm-hmm.
I might be I might have written some example on frame, so it is saying no such frame, and it failed, and we are going to get some test results here. Okay,
Okay.
and if we click on this build, sorry, not build. I guess I should have. In this workflow file, you can mention some actions must should run irrespective of the say right now what happened is here we have some failure, so it didn't execute at this step.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something which I'm not fully aware, you, which says like you can definitely you can definitely execute this action irrespective of whatever happens in the previous steps.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, we can do that one, and we can irrespective of pass or fail, we can upload the artifacts back. In this case, it is
Oh,
failure. That's why I didn't upload the artifacts back.
okay. Okay.
Okay. Well, so you might be asking, okay, how much fees you are going to you see? We are using some job, right? Even with the Jenkins or whatever, we are going to get charged something. Okay. So right now you can see the usage here, and you can see like how much time your machine got used, and you will be charged some money for
Mm-hmm.
that one.
Okay.
Nothing is free. Okay. So you might get this is a free. I mean, if you're a single user, you won't be charged. Okay, but when you're
Mm.
working for organization, they'll be getting bills and all.
Okay.
Okay, if you're one person, I'm the one person, right, working on it, so I won't be
Mm-hmm.
charged. It's a free for me. Okay, so see, ignore all these things. The important thing that the things that you need to learn is Maven, pom.xml, Maven file, pom.xml.
Okay.
About Maven, you have to read a lot. Okay. Then comes the concept of Git. GitHub is a very important thing that you need to learn. Okay. So I will give you some context of how Git works. So very first thing that we need to do is we have to create the repository. How do you create the repository? You can click on this new. Okay. You
Mm-hmm.
can give some name of the repo. Okay. Let's say
Mm-hmm.
UI automation. Okay, you can, this is basically project name,
Okay.
UI automation, something like this. It will check the repository name exists or not. Once
Mm-hmm.
it checks, it will can start creating it. So UI automation is available. Now you see generally in organization level, We will be creating private repos only. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, yes. Private means this repo is only for
You,
whoever is using it. Okay.
I mean you and your team, whoever you invite.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so you can click on private, and you can just click on create repository. Upon
Okay.
creating the repository, you have to push your code. Let's say you have written some code.
Mm-hmm.
These are some, it will take actually some time to explain. It's a very big topic to explain. Uh, if you want to learn, we will plan it. But yeah, it's a very big topic to explain. So your repository got created here. You can see
Mm-hmm.
right now nothing exists here. Nothing. We don't have anything.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say this is the code we have written. Example, this is all the code we have written. Okay, this test automation is all the code. Or let's say this is all the code we have written. We want to push all this code to here, this remote in this your automation. Okay,
Okay.
so we have to execute couple of commands basically. Okay.
Uh, Usually we write the tests under the test folder, right? SRC test. So
Huh.
you won't push from there, or how you will
No,
push the
no,
entire
entire project
project?
you have to push. Entire project you have to
Okay.
push.
Okay. So every
Entire
time
project.
you write a test, you have to push the entire project.
Entire project. Because you see, it might looks like you for might it might be like you're pushing entire project, but it's not entire project. It only
Mm-hmm.
picks the change.
Okay. 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 Got it. Got it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that project will go here, and after which you have to. There are actually some set of steps you need to do. Okay, so upon creating the folder in your, I mean, in the local folder. Okay, upon creating code like this. Okay, once you created your code here, you have to execute some set of commands. I mean, even before you code as well, you can create. I mean, as soon as you create some folder, you can execute some set of commands. Okay, here you have to execute some set of commands like git init. This is the first command. What it will do is it will initialize the repository. I mean, now from onwards, one upon you execute that one, this entire folder will be treated as git folder.
Okay.
Right now it's a normal folder, but upon you execute this command, it will be treated as git folder.
Okay.
Okay, you see, now it will, now whatever you do here, everything will be tracked. Like now you have this ability of going back to the older version and getting back to the newer version like that. Let's say
Mm-hmm.
I have messed up something, I can go back to the old version like that.
Mm-hmm.
I can
Okay.
I can go back go to the new version like that. It will maintain, you might not see, but it will maintain multiple versions of whatever action. Let's say every time you make some change and you push something, it will be that will be saved. That entire repo will be saved as one
Okay.
version. Okay. Now we have initialized the repository, right? And we
Mm-hmm.
can see, um, let's say I have written a lot of code here in this case. You can see there's a lot of code I have written. Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
all this code I want to push it. So what I have to do is next step is I have to say like git. Oh, before you even execute these commands, like adding and I mean pushing the code, you have to establish the connection between this remote and your local. Okay.
Okay.
How do you establish the connection? You have to run this command. Okay.
Okay.
Then you might also need to run these commands like git mm, git config hyphen user dot email equals to. You have to give your GitHub email. Okay.
Okay.
Then you have to say like user dot name, your GitHub username. In my case, it is kkallu2. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Username. So these are the details also you need to pass. Okay.
Okay.
I guess I have already passed these. That's why I'm not passing it again. Okay.
Okay.
Then um, By default, let's see. Git mm, j- okay. Git git status. Do you see here? When I say git status,
Mm-hmm.
it is showing these are all the folders you have to commit. These are all the files you have to commit. It is saying target,
Okay.
test node. Actually, out of all these files, you don't need all of these things. You can skip these thing, these thing, because this will be every time it will be generated.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so you can skip these adding to the GitHub repo. Okay, so test node. What is this test node credentials?
But
So
even if we commit, does it? It's going to change something or?
no, I mean it's not a good practice. You will be seeing all the bad files, which is not really good thing. Okay,
Okay.
target test. Nobody will do. See, uh, you cannot. Uh, you should not push few things because it is not needed. It's unnecessarily. It
Okay.
it makes you feel like lot many things there.
Okay.
Okay, you see this target. How many things we have? Test output and all. You see these many things. Unnecessary things.
Mm-hmm.
These are. It's very
Okay.
difficult to track. Okay, so how you can ignore these things is you have to add one git ignore file. Okay, so how you can add git ignore file is 1 second. TUCH. Mm, what is it? Uh, Create a git ignore file Windows. I can create manually as well, but that's not. I mean, that's not how I should do because I need this git ignore extension. How to create? Oh, this is not how to create a file on Windows. To create file in Windows CMD. Do you know how to create a file in Windows CMD?
No.
Oh, echo copy. Okay, copy con. You need to copy con follow the name of the wish to. I don't type. I don't on these things. Notepad. Text. Okay, that's fine. I generally use git bash for this one. Let me check if I have git bash. Git bash. Yeah, I do have it. Okay. So you before all this even you have to install Git. Okay, that is the first step. I forgot. Okay, GitHub
Okay.
Git Git install. If you say Git install, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right now that Git commands are getting recognized, right? So how they are getting recognized is because I have installed the Git by going here.
Okay.
Okay, it's just a very simple executor. You just need to click next, next, next. That's all. Okay, you just go
All
with the
right.
recommended things.
Mm-hmm.
It will give some option, right? Use recommended instructions. So you can just go next, next, next. That's all. Okay.
Okay.
Upon you do that, you will be getting this one.
Okay.
This you can just say git bash
Oh,
here.
you're asking this. You have to do this. So in from the command line, it recognizes.
No, no, no. This one firstly you have to. This is a UI install. You have to install it basically. Upon you install, you will get this git bash. I mean, you can.
Okay.
I mean, it will install this app called git bash. So you can search the git bash and you can start using it. See, it's the same.
Okay.
It's a terminal only, but it's
Mm-hmm.
like from here we can execute Linux commands as well.
Okay.
Okay, so you can see here same thing I will do. Whatever you see here, I will do the same thing, but I can execute some Linux commands here. So what I do here is I will just do cd and I will go to that particular folder, my repository. Oh, I'm not doing anything fancy here. I'm just switching to the my automation folder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no such file. 1 second. In case of Windows, I guess we have to give this double slashes. You see, it switched to this particular folder. Okay.
Okay.
Upon now, what I told, I want to create a file, right? Touch dot git ignore. So you can see now, touch is a command in Linux we can use to create some files. I'm
Mm-hmm.
refreshing it. You should see the git ignore file. Where is my git ignore file? Fresh. Okay, here itself, let me do ls-al. You can see here git ignore file, right? Dot git ignore. Do you
Yeah.
see this?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
If you don't see it here, you can simply show in Explorer, like show in your system Explorer like this. You can do something like this, and you can go inside of it, and you can see the git ignore file here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You just
Okay.
need to, what is this git ignore is? Like here you can mention the file names and all which you want to ignore.
Oh, okay.
So what all I want to ignore is I want to ignore target folder, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
can say target test output also I want to ignore. I don't want to push that one. Okay.
Okay.
Test hyphen output, test node,
Test node.
test hyphen output, test node. I want to ignore all these things.
Okay.
So now observe carefully here. I'm using multiple. You can see here when we run this git status command, it was showing target test output test node folders, right?
Mm-hmm. So
Now
if you run it
let
again,
me,
it won't show because
it
it will
won't
ignore
show.
them.
You see,
Okay.
that's how you can ignore some things which are repeatedly generated, which are keep on
Okay.
get clear, right?
Yeah. So now that we want to push this,
Huh. So for pushing, we have to do a couple of things. Now we have established the remote connection, right? So do you remember how we established the connection between that? You have to run this command, this one. Okay. This is the URL
mm-hmm.
of our repository. How do you
Mm-hmm.
get the URL of our repository? Where is this GitHub? Where is our GitHub? I have opened quite a lot of things. Yeah, this is the one, right? This is the one, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
repo. We can copy I mean, for the first time, we can copy the URL from here. Okay.
Okay.
So you can, likewise, using this command, you can establish the connection. Upon you establish the connection, uh, now I'm running, I can use normal terminal as well now. Upon I do this,
What is
this
the
is
other terminal that you are using? This is the
git bash.
command line.
This is command line.
Mm-hmm.
This git bash gives us extra ability to execute Linux commands like touch
Okay.
is a Linux
Okay. Okay.
command which we can use to create a
Okay.
file.
So how did we get this?
Upon installing Git,
Okay. Got it.
now we say like we have to execute this command git add space dot, which means you add all the files.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, now when I say git, when I run git command, you see all are turned green,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
which means these are committed, but sorry, not commit. These are just staged. See that two
Mm-hmm.
things here. One is local repo, one is remote repo. Right now,
Mm-hmm.
whatever we are doing is we are adding the changes to the local repo, which you cannot see it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that local repo will be pushed to the remote repo. You cannot see that local repo, but we can do all those actions. Now I have just
Okay.
added the changes. Now I have to commit. So
Yeah.
commit
When
means
we
nothing but
did the
saving.
git add dot,
It will add
uh,
all the changes to the repo, local repo. Internally,
okay.
it will create a repo. It will add all the changes. Now when we say git commit, it will save all those things like that with some
No.
message. It will, this commit is like a tag for
Mm-hmm.
this particular message. All this code will be tagged
Okay.
like push your sample code. Okay. Now when I run git status, now you see nothing. It's clean now. Okay. We don't have any changes.
Okay.
If you add one
Okay.
more change by going here, it will recognize. Let's say I add like here. I'm adding here only test. You see now. Now when I go here and when I say like git status, it will be recognized. Now you oh, 1 second. Let me what happened? Okay. Let me create a class test. Now let me go ahead here. When I say git status, you see it recognize. It's saying this file was not committed.
You made a change there, right?
I created new file test.
Okay. Okay.
It is saying you have not added this code, add this file to the local
Okay.
repo. So how can I add it? I can say git add, and what is the file name? This is the file name, right? So you just copy this one and you just paste it here.
Okay. Instead of dot, you're just specifying this file alone.
If you have specific changes,
Okay.
git commit, again you have to write some message. Added test file. This is how development people also will use GitHub. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
upon adding all the changes to the local repo, we have to push this local repo to the remote repo, right? So
Mm-hmm.
for that one, we have to say git push is a command. Okay. When you say git push, it will give you suggestion like this. So you can just copy the suggestion and you can just paste it and you can push it.
Okay.
You see, now it pushed all the code. Now if I refresh here, if I go ahead and where is our GitHub? Oh, again we lost the GitHub page. Where is the GitHub? We just opened it, right? Ah, this is the GitHub page, right? I'm just closing other tab.
Mm-hmm.
So now if I refresh, you see the magic. All the code will be here. Do you see this?
Okay. Okay.
All the code is present here now. Okay.
Yeah. Got it.
You can see the
Mm-hmm.
change. You can see the commit messages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now let's say, assume like you have added one test file right here recently. This test file is something, it might be messing up the code. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you want to revert the change. So you can execute some command like git revert um, head tilde one. It is it is
So when you do
asking.
the revert, it will revert the entire project to the
No. It will
previous
revert that file, last commit file, last
old
committed
whatever
file.
was last committed. It will.
Yeah. So
So
here,
here we did only the one test for the last time, but before that we did the entire project, right? So in that case, it will revert the entire project.
actually it will see for each commit it will save a project.
Okay.
Like a internally, it will track for each commit message. It will give an ID and it will track that internally. So
Okay.
last version will be removed, and before that version will be restored. There are two
Okay.
commits, right? I have added. So two commit IDs you will be having. Each ID will be pointing to one folder. Okay. So when you
Okay.
do that last commit, it will be pointing to that before ID. Okay. Last before
Okay.
ID, like that.
Okay. Okay.
One
Got it.
second. That added this code. See, this and all you will get only when you practice it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now git status again. We have to do git status. Branches head of one git push. Entered all null committed. This and all I clearly ignored it. That's fine. It's showing that. Oh, in the last commit we also added that git ignore file. That also gone. That's why it started showing these things.
Yeah, last commit we ignored these.
No, in the last commit we have added two changes. One is like creating test file.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And other one is creating .git ignore file. Those two things
No.
gone. You can see.
Okay.
We
Okay.
have reverted, right? So it
Mm-hmm.
gone.
Okay.
Now again we have to add those git ignore and we have to push again latest changes. Okay, clear up.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
again, yeah, lots of commands. You got some basic idea, right?
Yes. Yes.
So with this basic idea, you can easily learn on your own as well, or else you can reach out to us again.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
You got some basic idea, right? Like how things are working in real time.
Yes. Yes.
Jenkins, don't go for Jenkins. Okay, Jenkins is nobody is using Jenkins, and it's not. And how Jenkins is like a server. Okay, Jenkins is like a uh, some set of executable, right?
Mm-hmm.
it gives you like app kind of, it gives you kind of interface, right? Your interface. That
Mm-hmm.
interface um, you have to uh, keep in some remote machine in the sense like some Amazon, AWS or Google Cloud. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you have to install that one and you have to get some URL and you have to start using that URL for pushing some and for creating some jobs and all. It's a
Okay.
very big thing actually. Like you have to install that app in some URL, sorry, some remote machine upon which you will get some URL and that URL you have to use for logging into Jenkins and performing some action. It's a
Okay.
will you try to give it, you just check it out in the YouTube. If you don't understand, we will plan it. Okay. I
Yeah.
guess
Sure.
that's
Yeah.
all not needed now. Whatever you've seen, whatever you have learned so far, that is enough. I mean, with that, you can even explore on your own and you can learn it. Okay. We have
Okay.
seen quite a lot of things so far, I
Oh.
guess. You're clear with
Yeah.
selenium and you're clear with all these things, right?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, you got some idea. That's very
Y-
important. Okay. You should know. See, um, all I all I suggest is you learn GitHub. Then only it will be easy for you to manage anything in the real time.
Okay. Okay.
Real time is all about GitHub only. Like
Mm-hmm.
people will see, you go to some project and they will say like, clone the repository and add this, create this test. So if you don't know how GitHub works, then you will be like all shocks.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And you cannot directly push the code like how I'm doing it now. In real
Mm-hmm.
time, what happens is you will be creating the folder, but that you'll be creating one folder, some with some name. You have to push that folder, and that folder you have to submit for review. That guy will
Okay.
review and he will merge it to the main folder.
Okay.
That's how it works. We call it
Okay.
like that one is. I mean, all this process is called pull request.
Okay. Where they'll approve your thing and then
Yes,
it'll.
yes.
You will create a pull request. Somebody will approve it and it will go through.
Yeah, that will merge to the, that's how. This is called pull request. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you can learn on your own as well, or else you can let this Roy Academy know. We will plan it.
Yeah. 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 If I need on that basis, we can meet again.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
Sunita. Bye.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Karthik.